Neverwinter is one of those MMOs people think they already know. An old game, pay to win, and probably dead. But after spending more than 50 hours in Neverwinter, I can safely say I'm honestly surprised how well this game still holds up today. And despite its age, it does some things better than way bigger MMO titles today. So, let's answer the real question. Is Neverwinter still worth playing in 2026? I cover Neverwinter and other free-to-play MMOs. Subscribe if that's your thing. The very first thing you notice when you log into Neverwinter is how fast it feels. This is not a slow tap target MMO. Combat is really action-packed and requires dodging and aiming. It is really similar to Guild Wars 2 combat, and this makes Neverwinter perfect for Guild Wars 2 veterans. What really surprised me in 2026 is how much well-written story content there actually is. Neverwinter has full campaigns and adventures. They are beautifully embedded into the D&D Neverwinter lore. It is full of dragons, dark cults and magic underground cities to explore. The stories are not only well designed, but also genuinely funny and sarcastic in many parts. Tons of quest dialogue passages are fully voiced, which is good for lazy folks like me who skip reading quests anyway. When selecting the story content you want to play, you basically have freedom of choice. The main restriction for the content available to you is that you have to meet the item level requirement for the content. Think of the item level as your key to unlocking harder content. By acquiring better gear, mounts or companions, you raise your item level. You start roughly at 20,000 and it goes up to 120,000. Besides the story content, there is also tons of instance group content, which you can join in an LFG tool. That is very convenient. And this is where the actual endgame takes place. Trials and expert dungeons test your skill and gear. So Neverwinter provides the classic MMO gear grind. But even if you're not into that, you can easily enjoy the game alone in its beautiful campaigns and adventures. Especially if you like classic high fantasy. The visuals of Neverwinter aged quite well. Each zone individually looks stunning. That is partly due to the fact that the game world is not interconnected, but consists of small zone hubs. Especially the trials in the game look really impressive. But if you expect a vast and interconnected MMO world that you can freely explore, then this hub system might be a no-go for you. Now, let's address the big fear with any older MMOs. Is it dead? The simple answer is no, and it's not even close. The guilds in the game are always looking for new players. The queues pop within a reasonable time, and regular updates keep the content really fresh. And so far, the people I have met have been really nice and very supportive. And now let's talk about the monetization. Neverwinter is free to play, and yes, there are paywalls. Some campaigns are locked, some systems are faster with money, and progression can be sped up pretty easily. But here is the important part. Almost everything can be unlocked with in-game currency. It takes time, it takes farming, but it's possible. With farmed Astral Diamonds you can buy Zen, and with Zen you can unlock campaigns and item shop items. Is this the fastest way? No, by far not. Is it fair? In my opinion, yes. Compared to other MMOs, Neverwinter's monetization is actually very reasonable. Now let's get to the honest downsides, because they matter as well. First, alts are basically mandatory if you want to be efficient. Farming on multiple characters is strongly encouraged by the game, and that can be tedious and time consuming to play the same content on several characters over and over. If you play casually, you don't have to do that, but if you want to grind endgame, then it's basically a must. Second, some campaigns are locked and campaign progress is overly complicated in my opinion. Yes, you can farm the campaigns, but early on it does feel bad to see content locked behind a currency wall. And even if you have the currency, it is really hard to understand how to unlock the campaigns properly. So, is Neverwinter still worth playing in 2026? Honestly, yes, absolutely. If you want fast-paced action, tons of story content, potential for fun and giggles, and a fair free-to-play monetization, then Neverwinter is one of the best choices you can make right now, if you are looking for a new MMO title. It has aged fairly well and will most probably have a very strong 2026.